It's the Brian and Kendra Show with Brian Cook and Kendra Cox of Keller Williams Realty Elite.
I am Kendra Cox.
I'm Brian Cook.
Between the two of us, we have over 30 years of experience.
Sharing real estate tips and advice. Right here on Classic Hits 1073.
Hey, we're back. And it is the Brian and Kendra Show. And
This is Kendra Cox. I'm with Keller Williams Realty Elite.
Yeah, and I'm Brian still.
I never did say that earlier.
Did we not?
Probably not, because
They
since
should
I
know who we
opened
are
it
by
with,
now.
man, I look rough today. I don't think we got to that. All right, so I'm excited about today. Whenever I printed this off and showed you what we were going to talk about, you said, we just talked about curb appeal. And we did, but I want to talk about it differently because it's really...
Back in April.
Well, it's considerably easier to have good curb appeal in the spring and in the summer. I don't know what. I don't even like summer, but anyway. Okay, so in the spring and the summer, it's a lot easier to have good curb appeal. Spring, summer, fall, winter, it's a lot more of a challenge to have good curb appeal. So we wanted to talk about some different ideas that we can do right now, so we can be prepared for that. We still have some nice days left. We still have some good weather left. We've been having great weather. My electric bill is the lowest it's ever been.
Did you get new insulation in your house?
I did,
See?
but I still think it's because Anya moved out and I've got more wind.
It's a combination of that.
It's not that she used electric, but without her being there, I can open the windows and I can have a lot more airflow. But anyway, it's just an idea. We'll see. Okay, so first things first, curb appeal during the ugly months. That's what I'm calling them. Keep in mind, winter is my favorite month, but outside is not as pretty in Northwest Oklahoma.
Right. During
the winter months. Everything's brown, everything's drab, everything's dry. So dry. So first, freshen up your door. What do you think about that? Paint the door.
Paint the door.
Not yellow.
So I was at
Don't paint it yellow.
doing your competition.
It's just not pretty on everybody else's doors.
So we was at a house the other day, and right now, from the summer, all of the spider webs and the stuff, like your window in your office that's collected all the spider webs.
Yeah. That's
Like
cool.
cleaning the outside of your house, power wash it. It would be nice to do that before winter, because once it gets cold, it's hard to do all that. But it sure freshens up. So the house we looked at the other day that we're getting ready to list, after we get some yard work done on it, we're going to have them power wash the house. It's got hard water stains from the sprinkler system, and just, you can see it. So we're going to have that done. So that's one thing you can do just on the front. Like your windows and stuff get dirty on the outside, I would wash them.
All right, so power wash the front, well, not just the front of your house, all of your house.
Yes, all of your house.
So power wash your house, your windows, all
And
those kinds of things.
And be careful who you have do it. Mm-hmm. If they get up too close, they can just peel the paint off your house. But you don't have to have like a high-powered power washer. Sometimes it's just a little detergent, like a Dawn. Spray it on there.
Sure.
Wash it off. So.
Okay, so that's like the easiest way to freshen up your front door.
Right.
I really was thinking repaint it. I love my yellow front door. I absolutely love it. And one of our Facebook listeners said everybody wants a red door. And we do see a lot of red doors. They are very attractive. We see a lot of...
Painted ours white.
What?
We painted ours
You painted
white.
yours white?
We tried yellow and then green. And then she's like, I don't know, I think I like white. So before we moved in, we painted it 3 times.
Green. I don't think I could do green with my gray, but man, I love green. My BFF's, hers is purple. I'm not usually a purple person. Hers looks fantastic. She has kind of a gray facade to the house and kind of a whitewashed gray brick. And man, that purple door looks really fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking, because it's a really easy way to make your house look all fresh and relatively inexpensive. I mean, I didn't even use I just used a little thing of paint for my door.
Right.
And I had to paint over an old red door.
Yep.
In order to get my fancy yellow. Okay, I think also wreaths and things like that. So my daughter, I was like, we need to get a wreath for your door. And she's like, absolutely not. Which I guess is fine since she's not going to sell it. But by George, when that child goes to sell that house, she's going to have a wreath on that front door.
Yep. Something to...
It just helps to freshen it up and just makes it give it a little bit more, oh, hey, hello, welcoming kind of a thing.
Yep.
Nice fresh welcome mat. So those kinds of things are...
Speaking of wreaths.
Yeah.
My daughter's coming home.
Yes.
2 weeks.
This is exciting.
She's going to do a live, they're not going to be live because they're cut down, real Christmas tree store. We're going to sell real Christmas trees. How fun is that? And she's going to make real Christmas wreaths. So I think it's going to be exciting. We've never had a real, like a Douglas fir Christmas tree. We've had cedars.
Just imagine how beautiful, like an evergreen wreath would be on a State Farm red front door. Wow. I know, right, Kevin? Yeah, Kevin Kansler, right. State Farm.
He's going to have to hit one.
All right, so new or live, not live, yes. But real Christmas trees. I can't even say it now. From
so
now
yeah,
on,
it's something new. She's
at our
marketing.
Office?
Yeah, at her office. She's in a marketing degree, so she's building her portfolio and testing some things out. So I don't know if this marketing counts. Do I get credit for this marketing since it's my idea to say it on the radio? Okay.
You're going to have to take that up with her.
Nonetheless,
all right.
We'll get you a real wreath for your front door, is what I'm saying.
Awesome. I love it.
Okay,
so also with that front door, I already think I said the decorative welcoming mat. But also, so this little article references a brassy kick plate, but just freshening, just making sure that your threshold is nice and clean. Is that the right term?
That's the bottom
yes.
piece, yes.
Make sure that that's nice and clean. Clean out your, so my storm door, is that what that's called? See my words? Oh my goodness. Don't say, oh wow, it's been a long day. We were gallivanting around. I was working. I look rough. All right. So anyway, point being, clean all that stuff up. Not just your windows, but the inside, the outside. Everything looks good. All right. Next step. It says update your mailbox. Now I don't have a mailbox. This is funny. I kind of miss having the pretty mailbox in my front.
You should put a fake one up there. Decorate
That's
your flagpole.
I love my flagpole.
Do you have a new flag up there yet?
Yes, I make sure that there's this really nice man on my street. When I moved in, I was struggling a little bit, and my flag was kind of struggling. It looked a lot like I felt on the inside with my black heart. This sweet man knocked on my door. I don't know where he lives, somewhere in the cul-de-sac. Knocks on my door and says, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you mind if I?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm so ashamed. Like I knew it needed to be done, but I didn't know how." And so sometimes my not know how just equates into panic, and I just don't do anything. So that, bless his heart, he showed me how to change my flag. And so, yes, now I keep that flag looking fresh.
Awesome.
Yes.
I love flagpoles. We need a flagpole. I had one at my house, but the way he rigged it up is so complicated to change it. I thought it's not going to happen.
So mine fell down a couple years ago.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, that because my daughter was like, "It's gonna fall, it's gonna fall." I'm like, "It's not gonna fall." I'll be danged it fell that night. Yeah, but last summer or a couple summers ago, somebody came and helped us put that back up, and mine is actually, I mean, like Anya and I had to take it down to do something not very long ago, and put it back up, and my daughter and I were able to do it. So yeah, it's pretty tall.
Mine's like a 20-foot piece of steel pipe. Like 200 pounds.
Well, yeah, so mine.
I got it.
We go to the gym. Okay, whatever. Moving on.
Back up. So.
All right, so update your mailbox. Whenever I lived on 11th Street, we had a really attractive little mailbox and a cute little flower bed around it. And it really did help make that front yard look smashing. So that was really, really pretty. Yeah. What did you just point to?
I jumped ahead.
You do that a lot.
I do.
Yeah, it happens. And I won't hold it against you this time. All right, so another way to kind of help make that front porch more inviting is adding a little sitting area with chairs or a rug.
So my wife changes the cushions out
on
our patio stuff. So we had teal, and I got home the other day and went all yellow, and I'm like,
"Aw,
did we spend money on this?"
Hey, she's making your house a home.
I know, but I'm like, nobody sits on it but us. I'm okay with the same color year round.
No.
No?
It's okay.
Okay.
Boss, it's okay.
Okay.
Because here's
good
the
job,
deal.
Carrie-Ann.
Here's the thing. When you're selling, you want it to look good for other people.
Right.
When you own it, you want to come home and feel like you just came home to your sanctuary.
Right.
She is making your home your sanctuary. And she's making it attractive. And that attractive makes some of us happy. Like, I love my yellow door.
I noticed it, I guess.
Well,
yeah, see?
I'm really not caring if you're happy. I bet she wouldn't either, but that was really more for her and the girls.
Right.
I think there's something important to that. One time I was living in a house I don't particularly love, and my mom was like, "You need to plant flowers," and I'm like, "I barely keep my kids alive. You think I should be planting flowers?" I tell you what, by the time that those flowers were planted and they'd grown and they were blooming and looking all pretty, I was like, "Gosh dang, I love this little house." This was some years ago. Like, I mean, Anya was like 1. It was that long ago. It makes a difference. Like, whenever you start putting some care into your home, it feels more like a home, and you love it and you appreciate it more.
Absolutely.
So quit dogging on your wife for the pillows, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the fireplace.
Yeah, I got you, Carrie
It's
Ann.
going to be awesome.
You are?
Yeah, next week.
Oh, that is awesome. Okay, that's a different story. All right, so update your mailbox. Make it look all pretty. All right, so front porch. I talked to my florist. That's what I call her. So I was talking to Amy Haskins today at Acred Florist. She and I, we've worked together for a long time, and she knows, like, I didn't have a clue how to even order an arrangement. And funerals, my gosh, you guys, that set me into a major panic. So I would just text her and be like, hey, can you hook me up? I don't even know what words you're supposed to use. So today I texted her, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I told you recently I was going to bury my mom.
Mom, guess what?
Evidently, that's the wrong word. Okay, so my mom gets me a mum every year for my birthday. I fully intend to plant it every year and never get it done. So I was talking to Amy and I'm like, when do I plant it? She said, if you haven't already planted your mums, don't. But y'all, if we keep those in our garage throughout the winter, keep them watered, we can plant them next year whenever the ground warms up a little bit. And they'll bloom and be nice over the next, like they'll start being a nice plant in the ground. And so, put that on your to-do list. You can replace your mum with pansies. Pansies love cold weather, just like me. Pansies. I'm a pansy. I didn't mean to go there, but look, I
look at
did. All right, so that's a fun idea to help it look all attractive during the wintertime.
And talking about sprucing up your house.
Okay.
I met with a landscaper today. And we were talking about fixing the backyard that needs a ton of work. And so, of course, nothing's green, but the first thing we discussed was it's got some railroad ties. We're discussing treating the railroad ties, and then he's going to add color in by adding like a red mulch or a brown
So I overheard
mulch.
you. So like my mulch is black, and it looks absolutely fresh and outstanding because
Yes.
my house colors, her house colors, black would be so weird.
Right. Well, it's still got black railroad ties.
Yeah. So,
So it
the
doesn't
fresh
need-
pop needs the red or the brown.
So he's going to clean a bunch of that out, rip a bunch of, it's got a bunch of black plastic. The other thing I've noticed is there's a bunch of volunteer trees coming
Oh
up.
yeah.
And it's a good time to get them clipped and nipped now. And then like our crepe myrtles in the big freeze of 2021 in January or February, whenever that was, February. It hurt them, a bunch of them. And the landscaping guy I was listening to, he said they're coming back slow,
Oh, interesting.
but it said to prune, now that it's fall, go ahead and prune all of the dead out of them, and then next year they will have a spurt of fresh life. So he said just be watching, go ahead and prune them back now. That way they're ready in the spring. And then also there's a bunch of, if you look in some of your maple trees, a lot of them got hit well. The cold hurt them. Now is the time to be pruning any of your trees back. So prune them off your roof. Shape them a little bit. You can get them to where they look good. And that way all that dead and stuff isn't like representing your house. You want to get that all the way off.
And of course, that's more than just cosmetic. That is actually super important for the maintenance of your home.
Right.
Again, we do not want those tree limbs falling on our house.
Right. And get ready for fall because we're going to have leaves.
I'm starting to get leaves already.
Yes. So
Love it.
as they drop and fall, it's good to, they make good. A lot of people put them in a mulch pile and mix them into their gardens next year and stuff like that. So if you're one of those people, that's kind of cool. If not, bag them up, send them on the curb. The county will come get them. The city will come get them. But yeah, keep them leaves away from if you got a air conditioner that's a heat pump system, you want to keep them leaves off that, keep it breathing. Of course, all the leaves keeps your front of your house nice. Keep them leaves raked up often.
Alrighty. So there we have it. Some really easy ways to help boost our curb appeal during the ugly months.
Yeah. Christmas lights.
Okay, Christmas lights.
Yes, I don't know. I'm
Every
not
year
sure.
I'm kind of the Scrooge about. I love Christmas. I'm always kind of Scrooge about lights. This year I'm thinking it's time.
I'm trying to figure out how to do my house with less Christmas lights.
Mine are up.
Already up?
Branson's are already up?
Go
It
time.
was nice on Saturday.
Dang.
Well,
it was nice on Saturday.
I think I'm going to rent a bucket truck and do the 3 big Christmas trees at my office. I think that's all I'm going to do. Maybe the whole office. It just depends on how much action we get. So yeah, Christmas trees are great. Christmas lights are a great way to get your house spruced up for this time of season in this market. It gets people looking, and it makes people happy. My family, we try to get out and do our hot chocolate run and go check out the Christmas lights in the different neighborhoods, and it's amazing to see. There's a Christmas light competition in town. I love it. It's a great idea.
It is fun.
And then you get to go feed. You get to go drive around and look at those. Oh, it's so much fun. So, hey, we'll be back next week. Thanks for listening. This is the Brian Kendra Show. If you got any questions on real estate, call us 580-334-2303.
Classic Hits 107.3 KLSI, Marlin Woodward.